Hi there, Aquarius. This is your reading for the period between mid-July to mid-August 2020, and today we'll be looking into what you can expect in the next few weeks. Okay? Okay, so without further ado, let's just jump straight in. Guys, please bear in mind this is a general reading, so yeah, I don't expect everything to resonate with absolutely everybody. But just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And if you did want a more personal reading, feel free to follow the link in the description. Okay? Let's see. Oh, that one wanted to come out really bad. Okay. So let me just get all your cards out and then we can take a closer look at this. Okay. So what does Aquarius need to know? Okay. What does Aquarius need to know? Okay. Okay. What does Aquarius need to know? What does Aquarius need to know? Oh, okay. I don't think I can take all of those. Okay. I wonder if you want to be there. No, I don't think so. Okay. Okay, so your bottom deck energy is the Six of Wands in reverse. So with this card being the theme of your reading, I get the feeling that some of you were expecting some payoff or victory or success that just didn't happen. So you might be feeling a bit disappointed. I guess that's the overall feeling I'm getting. Just disappointed by the outcome of a certain situation. Okay, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Let's see what we've got coming up for you. Okay, so let's just jump straight in. So at the moment, we have the Ten of Wands for you. In this current moment, you're focused on working. You just want to keep busy. That's the energy I'm getting from you. You just want to keep as busy as possible. I feel like whatever happened here may have actually upset you more than you want to admit, or more than you're letting on. So you're just burying yourself in your work, and this is even further accentuated with the Eight of Wands. So this is like really quick energy. So I feel like following this situation, you've buried your head in your work and you're just getting on with it as quick as possible. It's like you don't even want to stop to think about what happened there. You're like, okay, forget about it. I don't want to think about this. I'm just going to do this and that and this and that. Just keep as busy as I can. Okay, so it feels like you're avoiding something. And below the surface, we have the Knight of Wands. So on a subconscious level, you're actually quite frustrated. I feel like some of you are really annoyed or angry by the way this situation turned out. But it's on a subconscious level. You're not showing this to the outside world. You're using this maybe to fuel your work, to fuel your... kind of like to build up your adrenaline, to just get stuff done. All this anger, you're just using it to drive you at the moment. But it is there, like, bubbling below the surface. Okay, so moving into your past card, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So with the Nine of Swords in reverse, I feel like you need a clarity card on this one. 1 second. So, what is this Nine of Swords trying to tell us? Okay. More than I bargained for. Okay. Okay, fine. Fine, Spirit, fine. Gosh, there's a lot happening. Okay, so let's start one by one. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the Four of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Four of Pentacles in reverse, and the Three of Cups in reverse. Okay, so I feel like this may be related to whatever that situation was where you just didn't get the reward or the outcome that you wanted, and it did. And I feel like you were actually scared to make this move for some of you. I feel like it was, yeah, it took a lot for you to even get to that point. But the way that it ended was like, it created this harmony between maybe you and another person or you and a group of people. So there was kind of like a fallout of some sort. And yeah, I feel like you or someone else came in with an offer. I don't know why I'm getting like a declaration of love. I don't know why I'm picking up on that. But I feel like there was a declaration of love and it wasn't reciprocated. And it actually ended up with you and this other person, or yeah, you and a group of people. No, you and this other person, that's how I'm reading that. Falling out in some way. Yeah, and with this Four of Cups, I feel like you've set yourself up to believe that nothing else is good enough. Like, this is what you wanted, and now that you can't have it, you're very annoyed by it. And with this Four of Pentacles energy, I feel like I feel like these go hand in hand for some reason. Okay, so I feel like if this is about a specific person, if this reading is about love for you, you were very possessive over this person. Very possessive. You felt like you had this claim or ownership over them, and when it didn't pan out, you got really angry. You felt annoyed or betrayed, or I don't know, just frustrated. It's kind of like, what do you mean? Like, this was supposed to happen this way. How do you not? How are we supposed to move forward? Is what I'm getting. I feel like you had this idea in your mind, and it was like it had to happen this way, and then when it didn't, it just kind of derailed you. That's a lot. Okay, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So with this in reverse, I feel like you trying to own that person, to have this kind of ownership over them, it was you trying to like hold on to some sort of control, and when these feelings were not reciprocated, it felt like you had a loss of control. So I guess to kind of like find a sense of control again, you've buried yourself into your projects or your work or whatever you've got going on at the moment, because this is the only thing that you can control at the moment. It feels like all of this just didn't pan out how you wanted it to, so you're taking care of what can be controlled on your behalf. Okay, that's tough. Moving into your present situation, we have the Empress. Okay. I feel like I just want a clarity card on that one. Okay. So what does the Empress mean here? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I really feel like this is about love for a lot of you. So now you or this other person, it's like you've turned your back on each other. We've got the five of swords here, sorry. So you've turned your back on each other. this love just was not reciprocated, but I feel like it worked out for the best because it's given you an opportunity to step into that more powerful version of yourself with this Empress card. It's given you a chance to focus on yourself, and I have a funny feeling that's what you needed right now. So although you didn't get the response that you were looking for, this is what you needed. That's what Spirit is telling me. It's not to say that this may not work in future for some of you. I'm not sure. Maybe you've just kind of gone through a breakup with a significant other, or maybe you're having a really rough period with them and you're not seeing eye to eye, and yeah, there's just a lot of arguments. If that is the case, I don't get the impression that you won't be able to fix this. I just get the feeling that this is not reciprocated at the moment and you need to go your own ways to kind of find yourself. Okay? But that's only for a few of you. I feel like for those of you that are single, I'm not entirely sure with that one. I'm really not sure. Okay, so moving into your future card, your near future, we've got the 5 of Wands. Okay. I feel like you need a clarity card on that one. What's the 5 of Wands trying to tell us? Five of Wands. What's the 5 of Wands trying to tell us? 5 of Wands. Okay. So we have the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Page of Swords in reverse, and the 3 of Wands in reverse. Okay. Just give me a moment. Okay. Okay. So I feel like in the near future, this situation has impacted you in a big way, and it feels like you're shutting off your emotions just to kind of carry on with the day-to-day tasks that you have, or to throw yourself into whatever you're working on. So you're becoming quite cold in the process. I feel like it's easier for you to just switch off rather than deal with whatever's happened there. And with the Page of Swords in reverse, it's as if like you're just rushing through things now. You just want to get things done. You really don't want to stop to think about any of this. Yeah. And then we have the 3 of Wands in reverse and the 5 of Wands. Let's see. So with the 3 of Wands in reverse, I feel like this is just that frustrated energy all over again. The energy that we saw here, the Knight of Wands, I feel like, so right now you may be doing very well to hide it. It is kind of like bubbling, and it will come up to the surface for you if you don't address it. So I feel like Spirit's message here is to really address what happened there, try to understand why the situation unfolded in the way that it did and what purpose it served. Why did things have to happen that way? If this is about a relationship, question why it didn't work out and what action you may need to take next. Not to fix things or anything like that, but just kind of like question why that relationship didn't work, if it was actually meant for you in the first place, if it helped you grow, if it helped you evolve, or I guess just really contemplate what happened there, you know, try to understand the situation and what significance it played in your life and in your overall growth. And I feel like if you don't address this, you're going to kind of move into this really competitive energy, where you end up fighting with people. I feel like this anger or frustration will start bubbling up and you'll start taking it out on others, which isn't pleasant. So that's a bit worrying. I feel like the sooner that you can address this, the better. Yeah, otherwise it's just going to end up with a lot of competition and rivalry and making unnecessary enemies. That's the impression that I'm getting from that. Okay, so in terms of your power card, we have Temperance. So your biggest asset, Aquarius, is that you're very, very patient. You're one of the most patient signs of the zodiac. Yeah, it's just like this really kind of like calm energy. You don't rush into things necessarily. You know something is worth having. You know that it will come to you when it's supposed to come to you, if that makes sense. So this patient energy actually serves you well. And with this reading, I feel like, yeah, if Spirit's trying to tell you, move back into this kind of like stable, patient energy, because all of this this frustration, this like fast moving energy, this kind of like, you know, let me just throw myself into my work, let me just go as quick as I can and just get all of this stuff done, it goes against how you naturally approach an obstacle. Because normally you're quite methodical, you're quite patient, you sit back, you observe, and you find the best way through things. But the way that you're acting, it's kind of like you're lashing out. You're not even thinking about how this is really affecting you. It's like you're shrugging it off for some of you. That's the impression that I'm getting. Okay. So, let's see what else we have. In terms of your environment, we have the Three of Pentacles. I feel like for some of you, the reason this didn't work out, if it was a relationship or a love interest, is because there is a third party individual involved. Not that they're cheating on you or anything, that's not the impression that I'm getting. I just feel like maybe they had their eyes on somebody else or something else. They're not too focused on your offer, if that makes sense. I know that sounds horrible, but there's probably a reason for that. I feel like there's some like divine work at play here. Yeah. But I guess that's not sorry about that. That's not for all of you though. Yeah, only a few of you where there is like this third party energy. There's something else that's got their focus. Someone else might have their focus if you're not in a partnership. Okay. So in terms of hopes and fears, we have the Hanged Man in reverse, and with this being in your hopes and fears, I feel like it would serve you to try to find a different perspective on why things turned out the way they did. This is exactly what I was saying before. Just find this new perspective. Try to understand why the situation unfolded in the way that it did, and this will kind of bring you that enlightenment that you're looking for. Things will start to click and you'll be like, oh, okay, now I understand what Spirit wanted me to do. Now I understand what I have to do next, or why this didn't work out. You know, you'll have this like higher knowing. So if you can see like the rim of light around his head, it's like this. Every time I see this card in the upside down position, I always just feel like it's enlightenment. It's like this aha moment, you know. But you do need to sit down and reflect for this to come to you. And I do feel like you want to come to this enlightenment, but you're not giving yourself the opportunity to do that. You're just throwing yourself into so many things that you don't have this time to sit back and really, really consider what's happened. Okay, so moving into the outcome of the situation. So I feel like for most of you, you will, if this partnership wasn't working, or if this love was not reciprocated, you will come to accept that. Yeah, there'll be this like acceptance. And you'll start to see things clearly. It's like you can like finally think clearly, and it's literally that aha moment that we saw here. Things will just start to make sense, and you may not be able to make it work with this person, but you understand its significance. You understand why it couldn't work. Okay? But that's only for a few of you. I want to see, for those of you that what am I trying to say? That we're in a long-term relationship. What is this card trying to say? What is the Two of Cups trying to say here exactly? Okay, so what I feel like is for those of you that might be in a long-term relationship, what Spirit is trying to say is that you might be blindfolded in a way. You might not be seeing things quite clearly, and with the King of Swords, Spirit is asking you to really sit back and contemplate everything and try to understand things from that different perspective. If you're in a long-term partnership, there may be something that you're not seeing there. I don't mean like a disagreement, or maybe it's not to suggest that the relationship isn't working. I think what it's trying to say is you're not seeing something, and you need to open your eyes to that. I don't necessarily feel like it's a bad thing. Maybe it's like a better way of communicating, or something that you need to know about the relationship. But you need to open your eyes to this. You need to kind of sit back and allow yourself to think about this partnership, where it's going, what you want, why you might have had this disagreement, and how you can both grow and evolve from this. Okay, it's like this wisdom of the King of Swords. He's like very strategic, very analytical, but he does sit down and process things. Yeah, and he comes back with a logical solution. And right now, it's like you might be avoiding that. I don't think it'll be easy, but I feel like it's necessary to go inwards and really question what happened there. Whether this is a new love interest, or whether it's a long-term partnership, you do need to go inwards and really ask yourself, how is this partnership affecting you? Is it in your best interest? If you've been together for a long time, what do you need to work on as a partner, as a team, basically? And how can this relationship serve you both? These are the key questions that I'm getting. Okay? Alright, hopefully that was useful for you, Aquarius. If you enjoyed the reading and you found that it resonated, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for tuning in. Bye guys!